It is good to see you again, warrior. I want to thank you once more for protecting our abbey the night that Manimarco attacked. The fire of my gratitude still burns bright. But I digress. I have need of your aid once more. Quite correct. A former student requires my assistance, but I cannot do what is necessary on my own. Fighting the dragons that plague Elsweyr seems an impossible task, but the Dragonguard once successfully hunted them. We seek their wisdom. Tombs. I will search one, you the other, using this Dragonguard seal. The seal will activate 3 glyphs, which, in turn, will reveal the entrance to the tomb. Between the two of us, I pray we find the wisdom my student requires. Will you help me? Find the 3 glyphs in Tenzelwyl. Let me mark their locations on your map, along with where I think the hidden tomb lies. I prepared notes as well. Feel free to take them with you. It's an heirloom my former student provided. It contains a minor enchantment that reveals hidden glyphs. I imagine it was once used as a way to pass along secret information. Now, we will use it to find the hidden Dragonguard tombs. We can discuss that later. Right now, we have our own tasks to accomplish. Remember, the dragons are already loose in Elsweyr. Just know that my former student seeks a way to fight those great beasts before the damage they inflict cannot be undone. Expert? Far from it. I started looking into the history to help my former student. The recent Dragonguard were defenders of the Emperor, but according to legend, in the distant past, they hunted dragons nearly to extinction. When the last Emperor of the Riemann dynasty was assassinated, the Dragonguard were disbanded. Various emperors in the intervening years have formed their own versions to add legitimacy to their rule, but they were never the same. It's an heirloom my former... Once you determine the nature of the 3 glyphs, you can use that knowledge to reveal the entrance to the tomb. Feel free to consult my notes. They should help if you run into any problems. I'll answer what I can, but understand that my knowledge is based mostly on theory and conjecture. We seek hidden glyphs that will help us open Dragonguard tombs. At least, that is my hope. A series of glyphs act as a sort of key to the tomb they are connected to. The seal will identify which glyphs to use to reveal the entrance to the tomb. At least, that's what my research indicates. There are 2 tombs nearby. While you find a way to enter one, I will attempt to enter the second. This way, we will accomplish twice the work in half the time. Historical documents would be good. The more we can learn about the Dragonguard and how they hunted, the better chance we'll stand against the dragons. If we're lucky, we may even come upon one of the legendary Dragonguard weapons. It's an heirloom my former student... Ah, there you are. It appears you were as successful as I. Did your tomb contain anything of note? Interesting. I found a similar map, but to a different location. This might be exactly what my former student was hoping for. Will you come with me to the Abbey of Blades? The damage was mostly superficial, though there is still much work to do to fully restore the Abbey. My most accomplished student will meet us there. We can give him the maps to both sanctuaries, and he can decide on the next course of action. I think it best if my student introduces himself, in his own way. Here, you should carry both maps and present them to him yourself. Come, I acquired horses to speed us on our journey. We can depart for the Abbey of Blades as soon as you're ready. Follow me, warrior. I find the view from this approach most inspiring. Behold, my home and heart, the Abbey of Blades. Many blade masters earned their titles on these hallowed grounds. My student waits inside. I will be pleased to receive the map.
It's good to see you again, Vestige. By the look on your face, I suspect you never expected to encounter your friend Sai Sahan again. Yet here I am. I wish I had an answer, my friend. I remember that fateful day in Cold Harbor. Death dragged me down into darkness. But then I awoke here, at the Abbey of Blades. The rising sun never looked so good to my battle-weary eyes. I needed to rest, rebuild my strength. Besides, Kasura required help with the Abbey. When the dragons invaded Elsweyr, I knew it was my duty to fight against them. I've been searching for the wisdom of the ancient Dragonguard ever since. Yes. The maps appear to be the right age. The sanctuaries they lead to may well contain the knowledge and relics I seek. We must visit these sites as soon as possible. I just need a little time to study them and determine their orientation. Speak to Kasura. She uncovered an ancient Dragonguard tool known as a Grappling Bow. Such a device may prove useful in our journey to come. Why don't you try to figure out how to best utilize it? Find Kasura near the entrance to the training hall, just north of here. She has a grappling bow that you can train with. Meanwhile, I'll study the maps you found and make ready for our journey. As far as I know, I'm the last of the Dragonguard. Once my duty was to protect the Emperor and defend the Empire. Now I must carve a new path from the legends of old. Now I prepare to hunt dragons. Someone needs to take up the mantle. Besides, faith and legends go hand in hand. They are the whetstone that sharpens my blade. Let us see where my faith in no legends takes us before we dismiss the notion that my predecessors were dragon slayers. Ah, our grand battle within the Daedric realm. I was ready to lay down my life to protect Tamriel from Molag Bal's dark schemes. Then the battle was done. I was looking for a new purpose when I heard that dragons had returned to Elsweyr. A noble goal, wouldn't you agree, Vestige? Evil must be defeated. Innocence must be protected. And so we continue to fight. At this point in time, I know of no greater evil than the dragons that rampage over Elsweyr. As far as I know, I'm the last. Someone needs to... I remember closing my eyes as death embraced me, and then opening them to see the sun rising over the Dragontail Mountains. Beyond that, it's all a blank slate. Believe me, Vestige, I would not keep such a secret from you. My snow lily? No. I haven't had the chance to seek her out as yet. My first duty was to help Kasura rebuild the Abbey, and now I must find a way to turn back this dragon invasion. After that, I will search for Lyris and let her know I returned. Our grand... Meet with me by the stables after you speak.
I pity Elsweyr, but Valenwood has a dragon problem of its own. The dragon, Marsalok, is blighting land and threatening the green. As luck would have it, Sai Sahan and Blade Master Kasura have plans to repay a debt of pain to these dragons. I'm hoping he can spare some assistance with some plans of my own. Marsalok has a lot to answer for. Interesting choice of words there. As it happens, the dragon hasn't attacked us, but its presence is doing something unwholesome to the land. He's blighted an entire valley near Valenwood. We tried to handle it ourselves, but the army King Comoran sent to kill it hasn't returned, and it doesn't look like they're ever going to. Now we're weighing our options. One way or another, I'll come up with something. Sen's labors, I can put you to work! You can meet us out there after we finished here. Bring some friends, though. The more the merrier.
You look like you could give a Daedric prince pause. Like your chances against a dragon. Marsalok is corrupting the green, and we are grasping at straws.
Warrior, did Sai Sahan find the maps as interesting as I expected? Ah, yes, the grappling bow. A most useful device. Like someone combined a crossbow with a grappling hook. Loose it at a grappling point, and the chain retracts to drag you toward it. So we believe. The device requires incredible skill, however. So far, none of my students have mastered it. Why don't you give it a try? Gather the grappling bow from behind the statue next to the stables, then return here to begin your training. I expected you to rise to the challenge. You'll find the grappling bow behind the statue near the stables. Well, I can certainly tell you what Sai has told me. When the Dragonguard hunted dragons, they each crafted their own grappling bow. This one was found in a Dragonguard's grave. Dragons fly. Dragonguard do not. Instead, the Dragonguard utilized the grappling bow to reach higher ground. At least, they did so whenever high points were available. I don't think any of us will have time to train to that level. With a little practice, however, it could serve as a means for achieving out-of-reach places. I think that's the best we can hope for in this particular instance. Ready to train with the grappling bow? Use the grappling bow to get up to the roof of the training hall and light the brazier you find there. That will demonstrate your innate skill with the device. After that, talk to Sai and see if he's ready to decipher the maps. Start on the ledge of the building behind us. Merely follow the grappling points until you reach the roof of the training hall. Good luck, warrior. And please, try not to injure yourself. Well, I can certainly tell you what Sai has told me. When the Dragonguard hunted...
This old warrior has deciphered the first map. It leads to the Windscour Temple, hidden atop the ruins of Hunding's Watch. I saw the light of the brazier. I take it you were able to utilize the grappling bow? Excellent. As the saying goes, a weapon is only as reliable as the soldier who wields it. With that being said, it would be best not to drop the device. It's incredibly old. Now, are you ready to depart for Windscour Temple? Anything we can use against the dragons. Tomes describing hunting techniques and strategies, weapons. Honestly, whatever appears to be useful. If you spot something of value, let me know. Let's be on our way then. Kasura has agreed to let us borrow her horses. The sooner we search these Dragonguard sanctuaries, the sooner we can uncover their secrets. I'll secure the horses while you go on ahead.
Well?
Walk with Tuwaka. Though we may search for the Dragonguard's secrets, we must be careful not to disrespect their sanctuary. Take only what you believe will be useful to our cause. To think that a Dragonguard sanctuary was hidden beneath Hunding's watch all this time. It seems this sanctuary won't easily give up its secrets. Come, let us speak. It appears the sanctuary's archives are out of reach. There doesn't even appear to be a place to use the grappling bow. I don't know how to proceed. I agree. After all, with the proper application of will, the way always opens. Perhaps the answer lies in these statues. I am familiar with these personages. The statues represent the 4 greatest Grand Masters the Dragonguard have ever known. Gellin Brawl, who helped establish the Order. Etienne Valusis, who chronicled their history, and so forth. A brazier stands before each. Perhaps if we were to light them, they would reveal a way forward. Though I also suspect there's a proper order to it all. Read each statue's plaque and see if they contain any clues. We honor you, Grand Masters of old. May your flames burn eternal. That did it. Look, a grapple point has appeared on the platform above. It seems that we have use for that grappling bow after all. You should search the archives above. Gather anything you believe may prove useful to our efforts. What an archive. If the Empire knew anything, it was the value of keeping good records. discovered so far. Have you found anything useful? Dragon hunting techniques, perhaps? Maybe even a weapon? The Horn of Jidori? This journal claims it's a dragon horn of great power, and the last of the original Dragonguard went in search of it. Incredible. I thought dragon horns were merely legends, but according to this, at least one exists. Indeed, a dragon horn would give us the edge we desperately need to combat the dragon invasion of Elsweyr. Provided this horn is as powerful as the journal indicates. Stormtalon Temple. That's the location revealed by the second map. It's near the entrance to Afrin's Hold in Stormhaven. We should head there at once and see what we can find. I recommend you show your...
Hey, are you going up to the ruins? King Af...
So this is Stormtalon Temple. Seems more like a maze than a sanctuary. It appears the sanctuary has fallen into ruin, blocking our path to the archives. As the Dragonguard say, every path is worthy of pursuit. Though it seems the path we seek is a rather tricky one. Why did you try using your grappling bow? There may be a path forward that we just can't see from this vantage point. I suggest you pick a direction and see where it takes you. If you become stuck, feel free to return here and try again. Excellent work. Now see what you can find in the archives. Any luck over there? Were you able to find the Horn of Jidori? Interesting. We should prepare to face further challenges. Neither Windscour nor Stormtalon were easy to navigate. I suspect this next sanctuary will prove similarly difficult. Does the book indicate where this dark water is located? We can take the horses to Windhelm and then search on foot from there. I don't see a way farther into the sanctuary. Perhaps you'll have better luck. No, that doesn't seem helpful. You should try looking somewhere else. Nothing useful yet? Grapple point, and there's an urn beside it. Why don't you see what it contains? That's dragon bone powder. Nice. Of course. The powder reveals a hidden path. Follow it, quickly! Another archive. No Dragonhorn in sight. Let's look around. Have you found something? Did you find anything? Something about the Dragonhorn? By Lecky's blade! Of all the possibilities I imagined, that was never among them. No matter the dangers, we must retrieve that Dragonhorn. The fate of Elsweyr depends on it. Did the journal indicate where Veloxen lairs? Such a journey requires planning and preparation. Let's return to the Abbey of Blades and check in with Kasura. These Dragonguard sanctuaries. Dragonguard.
The warrior returns. Was your search of the Dragonguard sanctuary successful? Dragonhorn? I have heard of such relics in stories and legends. Stolen by a dragon. Well, Sai-Sahan has always enjoyed a good challenge. How will you find this creature? A long way to go. But such a relic is what Sai was hoping to find when he set forth upon this path. May Lecky watch over you, warrior. You and Sai both.
I assume you told Kasura of our adventure, warrior. When you brought the Dragonguard sanctuary maps to me, I had no idea what we would find. Hunting techniques, perhaps. Maybe a weapon or two. But the promise of a dragon horn... that's more than I dreamed possible after all this time. Those who risk nothing inadvertently risk it all. Either we face this single dragon to gain a dragon horn, or we face a horde without such a weapon at our side. But what's risk without reward? Here's something for the aid you provided thus far. The journals we discovered in the Dragonguard sanctuaries point to one obvious conclusion. The Horn of Jidori exists, but was stolen by the dragon Valokson. We must enter the dragon's lair in southern Elsweyr and retrieve the horn. The journals indicated that the horn was indestructible, and Stendarr knows that dragons are as close to immortal and unchanging as the earth and sky. Fate has placed the Horn of Jidori in our path for a purpose. I believe that with all my heart. Despite its age, the map included with the journal clearly shows where we must go. A dormant volcano in southern Elsweyr. I ask you, friend, will you make this journey with me? The horses will carry us to the nearest port. From there, we can charter a boat and sail to southern Elsweyr. Thanks to the map you found in Darkwater Temple, it should be easy enough to find Valokson's lair. The dragon's lair should be nearby. Be on your guard, warrior. That Kashiti ruin in the distance. Fine place for a dragon to nest. Curious. Seems this place once served as a Kwama mine, though it appears abandoned now.
Visitors. I have not entertained guests in untold centuries. You sound just like the Dragonguard who last graced these halls.
The Dragonguard who sought the Horn of Jidori in ages past. May your light burn eternal, old warrior.
You seek the horn of my cowardly brother? Pathetic. Like the Dragonguard before you, death will be your only reward.
The Horn of Jidori?
These pitiful Dragonguard found only death in Beloxen's lair.
Stay alert. I fear the beast lays a trap for us. The dragon's roar has stirred the Quama. Defend yourself! The dragon uses Quama as a form of defense. How cowardly. Step quickly. We don't want to be caught in the open. Bicep scales. A drawbridge blocks our way. See if you can find any clue as to how to operate the pulleys. Notice the pulleys? They should help us lower the drawbridge. Unfortunately, I'm not sure which combination of settings will open the way. See if you can find anything that could assist us. Try to lower the drawbridge, you say? Well, that certainly doesn't bode well for us. Tell me the riddle. Kenarthi is the Khajiit god of travel. Not unlike Tava, the bird god. Alkosh is called Akatosh by most, the dragon god of time. And the Main is a Khajiit spiritual leader. Each pulley features an icon. A bird, an hourglass, or a Khajiit. This riddle must hint toward where to position the 2 pulleys of each icon. Remember, Khenarthi flies overhead. Alkosh stands in glory. The Main bows before their greatness. Notice the pulleys? They should help us lower the drawbridge. Try to lower the drawbridge, you say? Well, that certainly doesn't bode well for us. Tell me the riddle. Khenarthi is the Khajiiti god of travel, not unlike Tava, the bird god. Alkosh is called Akatosh by most. Notice the pulleys? They tried to lower the drawbridge, you say? Well, that's certainly...
He says Alkosh is time.
Notice
right?
the
That's the middle
tried to
one.
lower the drawbridge, you say?
Alkosh stands in glory.
Kinarthi is the Khajiit
Okay,
god of
Alkosh
travel.
is time.
Not unlike Tava,
Main
the
is
bird god. Alkosh is called
Khajiit,
Akatosh by
and
most,
Kinarthi is
the dragon
Khajiit,
god
so.
of time. And the main is the
So
Khajiit
up
spiritual
is travel, and down is... It's gotta be this one switched. I mean, I think a bird should be flying, but it's not working. Because they all reset. Motherfucker. Okay, so I probably did have it right and they reset themselves. Okay, bird up. Alkosh is time, that's in the middle. And main is down, okay. Time in the middle. Down.
I see it. The Horn of
There we go.
Jidori is just ahead.
Well, that was tedious.
At last, the Horn of Jidori. Now we finally have a chance against this dragon threat. We have reclaimed the Horn of Jidori!
A dragon's
Beast attacks.
horn
To
will be
arms!
given. Pity I don't share my brother's sentiment.
Prepare yourself. I'm going to blow the horn! Kriko! Hus Roda! Kriko! Kriko! Hus Roda! Kriko! Kriko! Hus Roda! Kriko! Kriko! Hus Roda! Kriko! Kriko! Hus Roda! Loxin is dead. We should return to the Abbey of Blades. A moment, if you please. Our battle against Veloxin left me quite exhausted. Return to the Abbey of Blades and let Kasura know what we succeeded. I will follow as soon as I can.
Good to see you hale and whole, warrior. But where is Sai? Did something happen? You found the Dragonhorn. Ileki's perfect blade. That is good news. Thank you, warrior. You did far more than help Sai Zahan recover the wisdom of the Dragonguard. Because of your efforts, he finally has a way to combat this dragon invasion.
I've returned, and I bring the Dragonhorn. Come, let us speak. Now that we have the Horn of Jidori, our true work begins. As the saying goes, strike when the opportunity appears, or stand by and do nothing. I can never do nothing. Most certainly. You saw how it knocked Veloxen out of the sky, granting us a significant advantage in battle. If it's as indestructible as the journal says, it will prove invaluable in the battles to come. I just wish we knew the Horn's origin. Veloxen implied that the Dragonhorn was willingly given by another of its kind. But what manner of dragon would give away its own horn? And for what purpose? Well, perhaps things will become clearer with more study. I must train with the Dragonhorn and prepare for what lies ahead. And so must you, warrior. When the time comes, I will call for your aid. Together, we shall fight back against the dragons and drive them from Elsweyr. This, I swear to you. When the Dragonguard dies, we say a prayer. May your flame burn eternal. It's a promise to honor them, a desire for their legacy to live on. And it's an oath that we uphold, to never forget those who came before. An oath I will always honor. Reports tell me that the dragons have moved into southern Elsweyr, ravaging towns and villages along the way. That is where I will go. And I'll send for you when I get there. We won't be alone. We'll rally others to our cause. Those willing to take up the mantle of the dragon hunters of old. It will be glorious. We still have so much to learn, though. So much to do to reignite the Dragonguard. I've been far too busy. Between helping rebuild the Abbey and finding a way to fight the dragon invasion in Elsweyr, there's been little time to socialize. I'm not certain where Lyris is, truth be told. Kasura told me that she visited the Abbey, but departed soon after. And as I said, I have been quite busy. I do plan to find her eventually. If only to make sure she's doing well. Reports tell me that the dragons have moved into southern Elsweyr, ravaging towns and villages. We won't be...